Science has, in many ways, helped ease the suffering of this pandemic, which was more than likely caused by science.
Hi, this is the other opinion about COVID 19. Was it really just a leak? A mishap? Or a scam? A pandemic? Can we sell a disease? Was it a global unethical business idea? Okay, let's slow down there. There is always something that's left unseen. The tip of the iceberg is its tip for a reason, and this metaphor itself has a purpose. We cannot see the whole truth these days, and keeping such a controversial title was a difficult decision for me to make both spiritually and humanely. Aspects of life that define us tend to push us in directions unforeseen. We believe what is shown to us, what we read, and what it is that we consume. When we believe, we enter the market. Not the matrix eye, just the market. It becomes easier to sell something to you if the sales are driven by fear of what would happen if you choose not to buy it, or what your life would look like. This video will try to answer this question and is like a journey through a lot of subtopics, so bear with me for the entirety of it. And even if you do not find what you were looking for, there's tons of interesting stuff to know that would be a great conversation starter the next time you enter a crowd.
All right, so unfortunate news coming in, and we can confirm
We have a new name for the coronavirus. The World Health Organization has officially called it COVID-19.
The respiratory disease, which causes pneumonia-like symptoms, has infected almost 84,000 people in more than 50 countries.
This woman apparently being taken against her will by China's newly deployed quarantine squads.
The country has become the first in the world to record more than 400,000 coronavirus infections. That's in just one day.
Many more families are going to lose loved ones before their time.
It might be 2 weeks' time, it might be 4 months' time, it might be 12 months' time, who knows?
How on earth did it come to this?
Okay, so separating us. Those big powerful lads up there, they are trying to separate us. Yes, that's what they want, right? In order to achieve the new world order, in order to set up those 5G towers, the ones which emit such strong radiations that the sickness caused by it has flu-like symptoms, in order to vaccinate us and control our fertility and maybe more. Personally, it is an interesting topic of study. I found a lot of cool stuff. I have really looked into all the possibilities here, including claims from people around the world and some pretty solid ones, to give the other opinion on whether or not this entire pandemic is a plot. We are not going to discuss asteroids hitting our planet, but I surfed the deep or the dark or the actual web and found a lot of interesting stuff that you should know. Politically driven motives, financial stability, or is it the pharma industry? Let's take a deep dive. Most of the things you read online are just words, and there's nothing much you can do. Belief is something that people have forgotten is a choice. So when you look up the various scam theories surrounding the current pandemic, all you get is a big capitalized false written next to it, and you're like, oh, okay, that one didn't pan out. I hoped it would. Well, that's fact checkers for you. Facts are facts and claims are claims. They are two very different things, and when something is labeled as a fact, it becomes almost impossible for our brain to not believe it, even if that happens on a subconscious level and we close that browser tab the very next second. I'm going to mention the sources for the basis of my thoughts so that before the wordplay hits me in the comments, I'm ready for it. I'm plainly speaking based upon the stuff that I found out. I know there might be a lot of information out there, and all of us, including me, are only able to access a portion of it. So go ahead and let me know in the comments what it is that I'm doing wrong as I try and keep the scales balanced, like all things should be. So, if you're much more of a villain who wants to balance all life on earth by destroying not 50% of it, but maybe 10% of it, then yes, these theories do make sense. And my mind builds these amazing patterns, like how all these games, art, movies and songs kept telling us about empty roads, pandemics and serious world-altering events. But these movies have been here for a while now, you might say. Something larger is at play here. Will our leaders fail us, or will we have a world full of life after paying a great cost? Why are elections held so openly when the common folk have to suffer the likes of a curfew? It is them common folk who get election duties, and that is where they die. Guess what kills them? The virus. The first case of COVID-19 was reported on 31st December 2019, and I searched Google for this. I'm having trust issues with this site because a year ago I'm pretty sure I saw the number of cases of COVID jump to 100,000 and now it shows that our country touched that mark for the first time in the second wave. I'm sure I saw it. I just can't prove it. This sentence here holds a lot of value. There might be a lot of people out there who know something more and are willing to let us know, but for them, the proving part might be difficult, and for you, it'll be difficult to choose the person you'd end up trusting. See, it's not just about finding out whether this whole thing is a sham or a leak. It is bigger than that. Let me ask this. Do you know which side you are on? Do you? Because there are sides in this world and you are being fed a side. It might be through the internet or those movies. Propaganda is an agenda that happens slowly, and when you spot it, it is usually too late for your side. The world's factual market is like a coin which keeps flipping sides. You might have something big, but it will be termed as misinformation on particular days, while it will shine if you wait a while. Or it is a simple world and our minds find purpose in building all of this up. Maybe a guy is really trying to help the poor. Imagine yourself with $1 billion, and I mean really imagine it. What would you do with the money? After all those riches and joys, you'll start feeling empty and your mind will hand you a purpose. That's what the big shots are doing. And they know they will be judged. Every act on this earth is a political act. A line from one of my favorite films.
On this earth, every act is a political act.
Is it really surprising that the most powerful man in the world should be a figure of controversy?
People getting this virus and dying of it, but no real means of verifying the cause of death. You just have to take their word for it. Otherwise, you might get infected trying to get near the dead body. These words, infection, disease, fear, death, these are all activators of the actual emotion within a lot of people, and news channels do not realize it.
Fear-mongering, frightening people can benefit some groups, because if you're the group who offers the solution to those fears, I'm the witch doctor and I've gotten you frightened of witches, then I gain power, I gain prestige, as long as I gain money. Fear-mongering is a technique that has benefited many people over the ages. Politicians sometimes gain by, if it's not for me, the world's going to fall apart, give us power. Environmentalists, we're the groups, we're the only ones who can guide civilization forward. We're going to run out, we're going to lose, we're going to have. They frighten people. Fear-mongering can sometimes affect people's behavior, and if you know what that behavior change might be, you can sometimes profit by the fears of others.
Our world operates on scientific beliefs, and the ones that say otherwise are ridiculed and shunned down. That's just the way it is, and it maintains this illusion of superiority. If you find yourself going deeper and deeper into these topics, then don't worry. It is what is happening with me as well. Whatever I have said and will say from now on will be based in a hypothetical scenario in order to put forth a worldview that does not interfere with what I personally believe. Depopulation is a word that I came across many times. World leaders and rich businessmen having elite groups that decide what has to happen in order for our world to sustain. Climate change, population and poverty are the three biggest challenges. All of these things are discussed in depth in important meetings that are usually left out by the mainstream media. For example, the Bilderberg meetings. This pandemic feels like a gimme a break from our planet, so that some men can work on these unforgivable changes. Depopulation is the name of the game. In India, an emergency movement aimed at controlling population back in 1975 when forced sterilization took place. Now this Agenda 21 is being targeted by a lot of people, and they consider themselves as being woke. The 5G towers being set up all around the globe have been marked safe by International Commission on Non-Ionizing Radiation Protection. But what I want to ask is why? Why would a group of people continuously link all this? What could they possibly gain? In America, more than 500,000 people died of a drug called Oxycontin, which was approved by the FDA in a fraudulent deal. It is now being called the crime of the century in a 2-part documentary series on HBO. If a crime of this magnitude can happen once, I am pretty sure it can happen again. The thing is, we flush these opinions down the drain without even investigating them at the core. All of these big measures to contain population seem like they serve a higher purpose, don't they? The top global causes of death in order of number of lives lost are associated to 3 broad topics: cardiovascular, respiratory, and neonatal conditions, which include birth trauma. This comes from WHO. When respiratory infections were already affecting us so much, then why the sudden panic? Brazil President Bolsonaro suggested that coronavirus might just be a part of a biological warfare. A report from an Australian newspaper revealed that Chinese scientists discussed weaponizing coronaviruses back in 2015. A document written by Chinese military scientists and health officials before the COVID-19 pandemic in 2015 stated that SARS coronaviruses were a new era of genetic weapons. The leaked document suggested that the viruses could be artificially manipulated into an emerging human disease virus, then weaponized and unleashed. Dr. Li Wenliang knew something, didn't he? He did. He tried to warn us of an illness on December 30th, 2019. The first official case dates back to a day after this date. The theory that is till date a theory suggests that COVID-19 emerged in a biological lab. Why is it still a theory, or has it been turned into one? Let's put pressure on this word. It's an easy word, right? Not very harmful. A theory. It's just a theory. Former CIA spy Robert David Steele, in an interview with Tehran Times, calls it a massive psychological economic warfare. Uncanny similarities of unique inserts in the 2019 nCoV spike protein and HIV-1 have been found, which opens new grounds about the origins of the virus and that it is unlikely to be produced in nature. You remember the origination lied somewhere in the seafood market? Retrospective investigations have found that patient zero transmitted the virus to workers or sellers in that area. Why are people so sure that this pandemic is a fraudulent means of exploiting money from people via vaccines and expensive healthcare? Popularity. Yes. Even though some strong scams have come into light, like some people in the medical industry saw a dirty window of opportunity and decided to make tons of money from people who tested positive. And even though we are living in strange times, rumors are easy to spread. False information is interesting to read, and trust me, there are a lot of people who would bank on these ideas. This video's title is an example of that. I do not want to bank on these ideas, although a job of my liking will not appear magically, so maybe yes, I am banking on the idea of exploring all perspectives of this mass debate. People are dying. Fact. Observable. There is a virus. Said. Written. Observable symptoms that have been defined. You know, this might be too much for this video, but if you have made it this far, maybe hear this one out as well. Big industries, corporations and organizations become so powerful after a while that they say something and that is what happens. Too broad. Okay, so let's say I am WHO, Universal Health Organization, and I say there is a virus. Because of my position and stature, you are more likely to try to believe what I say. That is the fundamental structure of society. People with power dictate peace or chaos. People are dying. People die every second. Every second. If I start showing you the numbers for the deaths being recorded due to one particular disease every day in your area, you'll get scared of that disease because that is the only piece of information reaching you. Big numbers for scary things will invite fear to every doorstep. Science is a subject. It is not a reality. Reality is more than just a field of study. We, as a population of over 765 crore, that is 7 billion people, cannot think linearly and rely on one eye of the mind. There are many. And here it is. I don't believe this disease is a scam. But this pandemic might be. Fear in the minds of many is not a solution. Fear is the mind killer. People have supposedly forgotten all about other diseases as this one is so trendy. This pandemic has given me time to study these basic human emotions that all of us have. Love is what we thrive on, and when you take out those basic gestures of handshakes, hugging each other, and showing compassion in some way or the other, fear finds a way to trump over your mind, and positive psychology tells us that emotions might have the same impact on your health as tobacco and alcohol. More than anything, this video was about perspective. Scam or not, even if it was meant to be unleashed rather than it spreading out of natural causes, it is out there. Lies don't last a lifetime. Your belief in something is almost like a tree. Be wary of where you plant the seed. And now, I'd like to end this video with a speech from Samwise the Brave from Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. I know it's all wrong. By rights, we shouldn't even be here. But we are. It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo. The ones that really mattered. Full of darkness and danger they were. And sometimes you didn't want to know the end. Because how could the end be happy? How could the world go back to the way it was when so much bad had happened? But in the end, it's only a passing thing. This shadow. Even darkness must pass. A new day will come, and when the sun shines, it will shine out the clearer. You can go ahead and make fun of those who say things which sound downright stupid because in your opinion they are. And they will oppose you and you will oppose them. But there might be a bleak possibility of them being right and you being wrong. Who knows? Well, somebody does. This pandemic will be over, but a new one might just be around the corner. Did you sense fear? I hope you get my point.
The world ends, the last words man utters are somewhere in a lab. A guy goes, it worked.
Hope you enjoyed that video even if you didn't want to. This was sort of a video essay and I'll be coming up with more interesting stuff if I see a good response to this one. My next video will be based on the Harry Potter novels and what happens when you read them after watching the movies. Making these videos takes a lot of time and effort, and I really want to make some good video essays that people are proud of sharing and they should feel like a discovery. If you think this video benefits someone, maybe share it with them and let them know the chain of thought you're on, and I hope it sparks an interesting conversation. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about these theories, or are they just deemed theories? Thank you so much for watching. This is The Other Opinion.